Hello everybody and welcome back to RogueTech, where we are currently defending this base. There are two lances that we are against. There's this lance over here, consisting of an archer, a Heliopolis, a Merkava, and a Phoenix. And then there's this lance over here. There's a Sand Devil that just died here, an Ostwar, a Longbow, and an Augustus. So we are outweighed here, but it's not too bad, all things considered. Now, our Shadowhawk can't get into LOS without being exposed, so we're just going to back off for the time being.
10-4.
There we go. And we're just going to wait for reinforcements. The cavalry is going to try to be those reinforcements, but it's not really going to do too much. I mean, that's a decent chunk of armor damage into that archer, but it's going to die pretty much immediately. The Phoenix is going to go for that cavalry, and there it goes. As I said. Taking that ridge position, not a great idea. Okay, next up, our Veagle is going to step forward here. And the only one that we have direct LOS on is the Augustus. We're going to go for that. This is, I think, fairly likely a kill, but it's not guaranteed. Yeah, as I said, not guaranteed. Okay, the quick draw is going to move in to melee range here on this Ostwar. We're going to try to take... I would like to take this position here. Unfortunately, such a position is apparently impossible to take right now. So I guess we'll take this side arc position, but I'm not super happy about it. Actually, no, I am. This is in cover. For some reason, I was thinking that that was not in cover. Yeah, this is good. You'll note I didn't go for the rear arc position there, and that's on purpose. I didn't want to expose the quick draw's rear arc to the longbow, which is going for this small military building, and is it going to kill it? No. Fantastic. At this point, LeFay is going to go for whoever is most clustered, and it's going to be these guys over here. I think we're going to go for the Heliopolis with the Inferno ammo.
Engaging with target.
And we'll see how that goes. That was an awful shot. Okay. We're getting some interesting aim with that. Going for the Blackjack. They got a few hits in there, but that's fine. Okay. So our 1G is now going to come in here and take the position, I guess, over to this side now that the longbow has moved. Actually, we're going to go for the rear arc here. Yes. Go for the rear arc on that Ostwar. Oof. We missed a kick. That's unfortunate.
Missed.
We did get a couple of additional hits, though. So that's reasonably okay. Now, our Ghost has taken some hits. There's no doubt about that. And we're going to just try to back off the Ghost a little bit and brace it. We're just hiding a bit for right now until we have this area cleared up. The 4x1, I think, is going to be not moving. And are we going to go for the Ostwar here? Or the kill on the Augustus, which hasn't moved yet? I think we're going to go for the Augustus.
All weapons, fire.
There we go. Fantastic.
Enemy vehicle destroyed.
So there's the Augustus down. The Ostwar is going to move up. Go for that Hunchy, of course. Like, that's... Who else is it going to go for? That's the obvious choice there. They're still focusing that small military building. It's got health for a while. The Heliopolis is going to move now and fire its artillery. Actually, it's not. That overheat is working. Okay, I really wish that the Gladiator was able to get up here. Unfortunately, it can't. That's a miss from the PPC turret. Okay, that's a little bit of damage to that Merkava. And now the longbow immediately moves. Luckily, it's going for the military building again instead of the rear arc on the Hunchy. Like, if it had Deadfire ammunition and could go for the rear arc on the Hunchy here, that would actually be devastating. Because we missed the melee attack.
Yes, Commander.
Luckily, that does not appear to be the case. So we're going to move down over to here.
Confirmed.
We've got cover, and we can go for the Phoenix or the Archer. And the hit odds are identical on both. We've been going for the Phoenix, and so that's what we'll go for.
Taking the shot.
Okay, that's another 46 damage to that Phoenix. Not too bad.
Receiving you.
The Hunchi is, at this point, going to... Apparently we can't get into position to attack this Ostwar. Like, I want to move and melee the Ostwar, but apparently we can't. So we're going to go for the longbow instead. That would have to be a punch. That's acceptable, actually. A punch is completely acceptable here. Do it.
Moving to position. Putting my weight into it.
Okay, -1 initiative. The longbow's unsteady.
Reporting critical hit.
Fantastic. Okay, so at this point, the Veagle is going to move up.
On the move.
Which of these are we going to go for? The longbow is, I think, better to hit in the rear arc. The Ostwar, I think, could go either way. It could be better in the rear arc or better in the front arc. We're going to go for the rear arc here. Or rather, for the front arc. Okay. Some damage to the Ostwar there. Not as much as I was hoping for. The Heliopolis parking in the fire and not firing its artillery. Once again, we're going to go for the Ostwar here with the 4x1. Excellent. That Ostwar can't take too much more of this punishment. The Ostwar steps forward, goes for the 4x1 again. We're doing more damage to the Ostwar than the Ostwar is to the 4x1, so we're happy about this. The Merkava moves up, fires on that military building. And we might be in a position to engage it with the Ghost. We'll take a look. For now, we want to move into the rear arc of the longbow with the quick draw. We'll position here and light them up with the heavy lasers.
Locked on.
That was very solid.
Critical hit, Commander.
I was hoping for an ejection there, but no such luck. The Archer is going to move out of the fire and go for the Blackjack. Okay. That's reasonable. So at this point, our Ghost is able to engage over here. The question is, do we want to? If we want to, we probably want to move all the way up here. We want to Vigilance it. Position here. And fire on this Merkava with Infernal SRMs. I do wish our hit odds were better here. Ah, bad sensor roll. Okay, fair enough. Yeah, that could have gone better.
Standing by.
Also, that sneezing could have gone better. Fantastic. Well, let's go ahead and drop our final Inferno round on this Heliopolis. Yeah, it's not doing too much damage to it. But it is keeping the heat on.
I'm out of LRM.
And that is fantastic. So we are going to move up with our Gladiator here. Keep in mind our Gladiator can only take one head hit, because we apparently deployed a wounded pilot. So we're going to go for the longbow, I guess. Actually, we shouldn't. We should objectively go for the Ostwar here.
Here goes everything.
And there we go.
Yep,
That was the correct call. They're going to go for the longbow. And the Merkava. Ooh, they did some internal damage to us there.
Armor breach. Internal damage.
I wish they'd stop that. I mean, the
Internal
sensor scramble is
damage.
nice. Don't get me wrong.
Standing by.
Okay, our Ghost gets to move again. We're going to position here.
Location confirmed.
We have a sensor roll this time. We can Vigilance. And we can light this guy up in his side arc. Unfortunately, this is his strong side. Very unfortunately.
Waiting for
Okay,
orders.
the Shadowhawk is going to, I think, engage down over this way.
Copy that, Commander.
I want to help engage the Merkava.
10-4.
Or, you know, backstab the Ghost. That works too.
Damage minimal.
Okay. Phase 18, the Phoenix moves up, goes for the Ghost, only gets a couple hits in there. Nice. Okay, our quick draw is obviously going to continue the rear arc assault on the longbow. Like, this is a dead longbow.
Target lock on enemy's rear.
There we go.
Mech destroyed.
Fantastic. So, next up, they're going to go for the Shadowhawk 2C. That's fine. That's only a little damage there. And that is, of course, this lance up here cleaned up. So the Veagle is, at this point, going to turn around and start moving, but we're going to need to sink heat this round. The Merkava is going to move through the fire and go for the Shadowhawk. An interesting call, for sure. Not the one I would have made.
Standing by.
Okay, our 4x1 is going to begin a long and arduous sprint to the ridge. We may not make it.
Yes, Commander.
Our 1G is going to also commence on that sprint.
Roger.
We may want to make for this ridge up here. I don't know. We'll have to think about that.
Go.
The Blackjack is going to turn over this way, and I think that we definitely go for this cluster of enemies here. So we'll drop this on whoever we have the best hit odds on, I suppose. 25.9 and 20.8. Okay. So it will definitely be on the Heliopolis. Let's see what we've got here. That's a terrible shot. We got a little bit of damage in there, but yeah, that wasn't great. Okay, so our Gladiator is going to move on up. Our turrets are attacking the Phoenix with that chaff cloud. I wish they'd stop doing damage to us. But, oh well. Okay. So it is our Shadowhawk that moves right now. We're going to move up to here.
Acknowledged.
And I think we absolutely fire at least half of our rockets. Let's do it. Now those are tandem rockets, but
My SRMs are out.
even so. Good damage there. The Phoenix going for the Shadowhawk. That's expected. That is completely and totally expected.
I'm receiving
At this
you.
point, the Ghost can move in to this position. I'd like to protect the left side, except that the Phoenix already moved. So we'll
New
position
orders
here,
received.
and we're going to continue hitting this guy with the Infernal SRMs. And look at how much better our heat is on this Ghost. Like, all we need to do is not fire the one heavy laser.
Acknowledged.
And that's a kill. Fantastic.
Fragged a vehicle.
3 to go.
My heat gauge is getting pretty high.
So the Archer is going to step back and fire on the Shadowhawk. That's a decent spread of damage. It does,
Light damage. Hold
yeah,
it firm.
light damage. I'd call that light.
Receiving you.
Well, it was a decent chunk of damage, but it was spread out, so it was fine. Our quick draw is going to work on closing in, as well as our 1G is going to head on down. Excellent. And our 4x1 is going to make its way over this way.
Yes, Commander.
Our Veagle is going to sprint as up here as we can. I'm wondering if we're better off coming over here. We're going to have to go around that way. Okay. Good to know. We'll position here.
Okay. Full speed it is.
And we should fire on one of these guys. Whoever our hit odds are best on, ultimately. We only have a couple ER ATM rounds left. 29.8 on all of them. Okay, we're going to go for the Phoenix since this is its weak side.
Piece of cake.
Some internal damage there. We'll take that. The Heliopolis moves through the fire, does not shoot.
Commander.
I like it. We're going to continue to fire on either the Heliopolis or the Archer over here. That is 28.7 on the Heliopolis and 20.8 on the Archer, and so Heliopolis it is.
Aye, aye.
Light him up. Finally, a reasonable shot.
I'm
Good.
listening.
The Gladiator is going to continue to sprint on forward over here. Missiles on that Phoenix is great. A sensor scramble up there that doesn't hit us. I like it. Heavy rifle destruction. This Phoenix is much less threatening now.
Mech warriors.
And it's over. Right. That's how defend bases work. I completely forgot about the time limit on it. Well, the good news is I would have liked to get the Heliopolis and Archer parts, but the good news is we did get the Longbow part and the Ostwar part. We'll see how many of each are available, but if it's just one of each, then we'll use that as our priority salvage. We only have 2 priority salvage, after all. Good payment, though. Very good payment. 1.2 million, and we didn't take very much damage, so that is fantastic. Let's see, yeah, there is a single longbow part and a single Ostwar part, and that's what we'll take. Primitive armor, pass on that. LRM 15, it's not the best. FCS standard, we've got them. Generic structures, we've got one, and LRM ammo, we've got 10. So we'll just do that. Overall, that was a nice, profitable mission. I like it. So we are going to have to take our financial report. I hope that deploying our wounded warrior doesn't give us another injury to that warrior, which would kill it. For some reason, I have it in my head that that would happen. But it's only if they're fatigued, right? If they're fatigued and you deploy them, then they suffer an injury, I believe. We'll see. I did not intend to deploy a wounded warrior. This career is not from a current season career and cannot participate on the war map. What? I'm sorry, what? I'll look into that error. Because it definitely should be able to participate unless the new season started? Let me check the changelog. No, the new season didn't start. Maybe their server is having issues again. That happens periodically. I'll look into it and see if I can figure out why we're not contributing to the actual, to the war map, but we are from this season. We're still in season 1.5, so we'll definitely need to look into that. As far as these repairs go, that won't be too bad. It was just 90k for the repairs. Let's tick forward, take this financial report.
I've got the financial report.
Excellent. And let's go ahead and tick forward until Sarge is back. So, there we go. Scrub is still injured, as is Buzz. The question is, do we have enough mech warriors to deploy as is? Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We would need 1 additional mech warrior. Let's go ahead and hire one, if there's one available. If I recall correctly, there are several. Yeah, so who's cheapest here? That would be Steam Fitter. Okay. Can only pilot vehicles. Yeah, we're going to pass on that, and we're instead going to go for Spigot. Fantastic. So we'll hire Spigot here, and we'll hop into our barracks and see who needs training.
Ready? Waiting for orders.
Glaive could use a point of guts, that's fine.
Commander. Standing by. Command. Aye, aye.
Sarge, what do you pilot? Shadowhawk 2C and Quickdraw. That's... For both of those, the idea is getting in close, right? So I think we'll give them a point of guts.
Training complete.
Excellent.
Receiving.
And then Spigot and Wildfire. Sure. So let's hop into the mech bay. We know that we're going to need to repair the Ghost because we lost the Claw. We honestly haven't been doing that much melee attacking with the Ghost, so maybe that's not the worst thing. What do we want to do with that extra ton, though? Well, 1.5 tons, actually. I don't think we can replace the Claw right now. We do have access to a ballistic weapon. Out of curiosity, The Gauss Rifle HA-20 is, of course, 10 tons. That's not going to happen. But what if we dropped the machine gun and its ammo, and instead, this would be in the CT, so it would be a little dangerous because the AP Gauss Rifle is volatile, but we could put in an AP Gauss Rifle here. We do currently have ferrofibrous armor. We would need mag shot ammo. Do we have mag shot ammo? Yes we do. We have 4 tons of mag shot ammo. And that gives how much? 50 shots, and an AP Gauss rifle fires 3. Okay. So 1 ton of ammo would be about 15 turns. I mean, if we're taking internal center torso damage, that's kind of already an issue. We can max out this armor. Maybe drop the ferrofibrous. That does put us overweight. Put on clan armor for the case. We'd have to figure out how we wanted to drop a half ton of weight here. Having the clan armor would be awful nice. There's no doubt about that. The ferrofibrous armor means we have about 0.8 tons extra. Did we upgrade our engine core? We don't really have an incremental upgrade. A 360 would obviously be way too much weight. Okay. So our hard points are pretty much all full, except for AMS. I suppose we could put AMS in this. That weighs half a ton. That would go here. And then we would need AMS ammo for that. And that's a ton. And is, I believe, volatile. Yeah. That is indeed volatile. So then we'd have to figure out how to drop 0.6 tons in weight, right? If we had a half ton of mag shot ammo, that would be great. Unfortunately, we do not. So how do we want to drop about half a ton here? Well, we can take our armor in our legs down very slightly, down to about here. And then we would need to drop exactly half a ton. We can take this medium laser down to a small laser. Like that. And then we just need to drop like that. I feel like this is going to be slightly better, but also slightly more risky.
Right. I'll get it in the schedule.
If that center mag shot ammo explodes, we're going to have trouble. Like, that mech may be completely unrecoverable. So that's definitely going to be interesting. We're going to tick forward the 3 days for the ghost to be back. Scrub, complete your treatment, please. Actually, analyze it. He did recover. He is in low spirits. Sure. So, there we go. All work orders are complete. And we're ready to deploy. And with that, it is time to put a cut in here, so I'm going to go ahead and do that, and next episode, we are going to deploy again and get ourselves some funding. You can leave your offerings to the engagement gods in the form of likes, comments, subscribes, and bell ringings, and I will see you all next time.